Hello students, myself Professor Uday Teke, Department of Commerce, Maharaja Sayajrao Gaikwad Mahavidyalay Malegaon Camp. Today I am going to discuss on multiple choice questions on our compulsory paper Advanced Accounting. So in this presentation I am going to discuss the multiple choice questions on unit number 7, single entry system. So before watching this video, please watch my videos on this chapter, that is my theoretical discussion on this chapter. The links of this theoretical discussion is given in description box. So the first question is, single entry systems are maintained by company, income tax authorities, government, or sole trader? And the correct answer is sole trader. Generally, small organizations, that means sole proprietors, follow single entry systems for accounts writing. Next question, if closing capital is more than opening capital, it denotes loss, profit, no profit, no loss, profit if there is no introduction of fresh capital. And the correct answer is profit if there is no introduction of fresh capital. That means the difference between opening capital and closing capital. That means if the closing capital is more than opening capital and fresh capital is not introduced, then the balancing figure is called as profit. Next, the opening capital is ascertained by preparing cash book, debtors account, opening statement of affairs, or creditors account. And the correct answer is opening statement of affairs. In single entry system, by preparing opening statement of affairs, opening capital is calculated. In single entry system, it is not possible to prepare receipts and payments account, balance sheet, account sales, trial balance. And the correct answer is trial balance. In single entry system, it is not possible to prepare trial balance because in single entry system only accounts related to personal categories, that means personal accounts, are maintained. That means real accounts and nominal accounts are not maintained. Hence, the trial balance preparation is not possible. Single entry system is most suited where cash transactions are many, credit transactions are many, cash and credit transactions are more, none of the above. And the correct answer is cash transactions are many. Generally, single entry system is followed by sole proprietors, and generally sole proprietors made his transactions on cash basis. Hence, single entry system is most suited where cash transactions are many. Next, in single entry system, only ... accounts are open. Personal accounts, real accounts, nominal accounts, real and nominal accounts. And the correct answer is personal accounts. In single entry system, only accounts related to persons are maintained. A statement of assets and liabilities prepared under the single entry system is called balance sheet, financial statement, statement of affairs, and cash statement. And the correct answer is statement of affairs. So, under single entry system, the statement of assets and liabilities generally called as statement of affairs. Next, bad debts written off always affect the debtors account, creditors account, cash account, none of the above. And the correct answer is debtors account. Generally, bad debts always affected on debtors. The entry for bad debts is, according to double entry system, entry for bad debt is bad debts account debit to debtors account credit. That means bad debts written off always affect on debtors account. Next, debtors account is prepared to find out the amount of bills receivable accepted by debtors, the amount paid against the bills payable, the amount of bills payable accepted, and amount of bills receivable dishonored. And the correct answer is the amount of bills receivable accepted by debtors. So debtors account is prepared to find out. Generally, debtors account is prepared to find out first credit sales, and next collection from debtors, and bills receivable accepted. So according to these questions and options given, so the amount of bills receivable is accepted by debtors. The answer is the amount of bills receivable accepted by debtors. Okay. Effects of dishonor of bills receivable is given. First option, only in the bills receivable account, in debtors account and bills receivable account, only in the debtors account, only in the bills payable account. And the correct answer is in debtors account and bills receivable account. That means the effect of dishonor of bills is on debtors account and bills receivable account. As per the entry for dishonor of bills receivable, journal entry for dishonor of bills receivable is due to dishonor of bills, the bills to be cancelled, hence the debtors account debited and bills receivable account credited. That means effect on dishonor of bills receivable is given on debtors account, that is debited, and bills receivable account credited, that means on bills receivable account. So second option is correct option. Next, creditors account is prepared to find out amount of bills payable, amount of bills receivable, amount of bills receivable dishonored, amount of received against bills receivable, amount received against bills receivable. And the correct answer, amount of bills payable. Generally, creditors account is prepared for the purpose of find out credit purchases, payment to creditors, opening and closing balances of creditors, as well as amount of bills payables. So in this question, first option, that is amount of bills payable, that means creditors account is prepared to find out the amount of bills payable. Only for this question, the first option is correct option. Okay. Liabilities and assets amount to rupees 50,000 and rupees 78,000 respectively. The difference amount will represent first option creditors, second option debentures, third option profit, and the fourth option capital. And the correct answer is capital. Generally, asset minus liability, the balancing figure is called as capital. In this question, liabilities 50,000 and assets 78,000. That is, asset is more than liabilities, hence the excess of assets over liabilities called as capital. Next, if the credit sales 80,000, cash received from debtors rupees 15,000 and bad debts 2,500, then the amount of the closing debtors will be 62,500, 62,000, 65,000 or 60,000. And the correct answer is 62,500. If you calculate credit sales 80,000, that means debtors rupees 80,000. Out of 80,000, cash received rupees 15,000. So after deduction of 15,000, balancing figure is rupees 65,000. So out of 65,000, rupees 2,500 bad debts, which is not recovered, hence it is deducted from remaining debtors figure, that is 65,000 minus 2,500. The balancing figure is called as closing debtors and is rupees 62,500. So the correct option is 62,500. Thank you.